So, Arthur the King is the newest adventure film that has dropped this weekend. It stars Mark Wahlberg and Simu Liu, and it tells the story of an adventure racer and his team that decide to go on one final race, and it is a grueling 400-mile adventure race through the Dominican Republic. And the reason why I use the term grueling is because this race that we see in this movie is not just some normal triathlon or marathon that we see on like Sports Center or anything like that. This is like a 400-mile race that is through the mountains. They are biking, rafting, mountain climbing, zip lining. So yeah, I would use the term grueling here. And during this race, our main character, Michael Light, who is played by Mark Wahlberg, befriends an injured dog that he gives the name Arthur. Hence its name, Arthur the King. Not King Arthur. That's a totally different movie there. Little fun fact here, this movie is actually based off a non-fiction book that was released in 2016, and was written by the man this actually happened to. His name was Michael Lenore. I believe that's how we say his name. And he is actually a Swedish athlete, so hence they changed his name in the movie to Michael Light, since Mark Wahlberg is obviously not Swedish. But, I mean, come on. They couldn't have found a Swedish guy to play him. I can think of 4 right now, and they're all brothers. Aside from that little side note I wanted to throw in there about how a Swedish actor could have played this main character, this is a movie that is one of those movies where it tells 2 stories, and eventually those 2 stories become one. So, I mean, it feels a little, how can I say it, dismembered at times. Like, it feels like it goes off topic here and there since it's trying to cover two main characters at one time. It covers, of course, first the dog side about how he gets to be with the team, and also the team as well as they're on their race. So, I mean, it kind of like, it's we're going this way while this is happening, and eventually they merge into one. But, I mean, I'm glad that they didn't just treat the dog as like as a animal on the sidelines waiting for his cue just to run in there. I'm glad that we actually got a piece of him and how he actually got to where he was with the team. So, I mean, that was a good tactic there. As for the team itself and the racing scenes that we were watching during the movie, I actually enjoyed them quite a lot. The cinematography here is done very well during their moments when they're racing. I'm specifically talking about moments before the dog joins them. But, I mean, it was actually shot very well. I really loved it. I mean, you're enjoying and watching this team trying to, win this race. So, I mean, props to them right there. That was great camera work, in my opinion. When it comes to movies about animals, I always find them to be sappy, or I am expecting them to be sappy, especially movies about dogs. They definitely have some emotional moments that really pull on your heartstrings. And this movie does get sappy, like around the halfway point, but it's nice that they kept us entertained with the athletic team as well. I mean, I there was a moment when they were ziplining, and I was like, wow, that is so awesome. I've been ziplining before, and believe me, it is fun as hell. If you're not afraid of heights and you haven't done ziplining yet, I'd recommend doing it. You won't regret it. Believe me. This is a very average, adventure family movie that you would see a lot of nowadays. I mean, it doesn't try to go overboard. It doesn't try to make itself something that it's not. It's just an average movie that really tries to play it safe. The only thing I like to say when it comes to this story is that I wish they had tried to be on a more finer line. I mean, I know they were trying to tell 2 stories at once, but like I said, the story kind of got dismembered here and there since they were trying to tell 2 stories at once and then eventually join them into one. I wish it would have been more finer. Other than that, it's a entertaining movie, kind of like a roller coaster, without a doubt. This movie was specifically tailored to be directed at, basically dog lovers and sports lovers. Well, basically the movie can be said like, oh, this is a sports movie with a twist with the dog, or you can say this is a dog movie with a twist in sports. So you're like, wow, 2 in 1. So if you like them both, I think it's something you would enjoy watching. So, I mean, if you are into family movies that are about sports or about dogs or about both, about a sport, movie with a dog, then definitely, without a doubt, this is probably a movie meant for you. All in all, I'm going to give Arthur the King a B-. It's for a family night movie going to the theaters. It's a solid choice. I feel like it misses its marks with some of the characters here and there, but overall, it's still very entertaining. Definitely a movie to be watched again. Alright, well that just about wraps up this review. If you guys have seen Arthur and the King, please comment here down below what your thoughts were on it. Also, if you like my other videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time, and remember, stay epic!